Sarah's Silk Road. With a vibrance and enthusiasm for life, Sarah is like summer, that moment after warm rain when the sky takes on a glow and you suddenly sense there might be a rainbow. She is a woman who spends her days surrounded by and making the full spectrum of colour with hope that families will receive the blessing of rainbow play. For many of us who are raising children, Sarah's silks are a familiar item in the home, such as beeswax or stockmark crayons, and while one may not have met her in person, we all know a little of her, for Sarah is exactly like the silks she makes. Born in New York City and raised in Belfast, Maine, Sarah's childhood instilled that imagination play is essential for the well-being of children. "I have never seen two children play so much," her grandmother would say, as she and her sister anchored their souls in games and make-believe. More than a way to fill time, play preserves life force, and Sarah learnt this from an early age. As a young adult, she became a nurse and lactation consultant, joined the Peace Corps, and travelled to Guatemala. Her days in the Peace Corps were spent assisting childbirth and educating Indigenous folk about sanitation. "My main goal was to teach them to put the machete in the fire to sterilize it before they cut the umbilical cord," Sarah explains. It was in the Peace Corps that she met Mike, her life partner, and Dwight, her business partner. Together they bought the land and started a farm, Frutas de Mondo, and many years were spent in Guatemala absorbing the rich prism of hand-loomed weaves and tropical fruits. While in Guatemala, Mike and Sarah started their family. With a baby on the way, they decided to move to California. The birth of son Josh greatly defined the role she is in today. As a creative mother, she wanted to celebrate Josh's spirit of play, which involved wearing costume and putting on performances. With a friend and neighbour, Ann Poltz, Sarah dyed her first silks in the kitchen sink. These silks were embraced by the local Waldorf community, and before long, Sarah was dyeing silks full-time. "What do you call them?" Sarah MacDonald of Magic Cabin asked, and Mike came up with the name Play Silks. Silk is imbued with folklore and stories. The spirit of silk is rich, made so by those that have been part of the history. From the Chinese Empress Li Zhu, who guarded the secret of the silkworms, to the men, women and children that travelled the Silk Road, one has a sense of dedication, value and importance from the fibre, and it can be felt that this elemental integrity is what drew Sarah to it herself. A fibre that is strong, simultaneously fine, soft and lustrous, it will last when taken care of, but as a natural fibre it will return effortlessly to the earth. It could be said that silk can both hold on or let go for the health of the planet. If one were to know Sarah in person, you would feel the parallel nature between her and the material she has dedicated the most part of her life to. Beyond the material virtues of silk, Sarah's penchant for play, for make-believe, for nurturing creativity, has made Sarah's silk a meaningful thread in the fabric of many heartfelt lives. Thank you for being a part of the Sarah Silks community.